Let me tell you something that might shock you just a little bit. I've been late my entire life, like spiritually late, universally late. I'm the Beyonce of delayed milestones. I didn't have my first kiss till I was 17, graduated college a whole year late, didn't get my first long-term boyfriend until I was like 23, had my first real breakup, like the kind that ruins your playlist, at about 26. I didn't finish my last degree until I was 27 and didn't get clinically licensed until I was 30, all while balancing a professorship. Imagine starting different jobs without finishing the requirements. That's me. That's my brand. And yes, I've acquired a lot, but my academic chaos began early. My first year of college, I ended one of those semesters with a 0.87 GPA. I didn't even know they made those. Yes, 0.87. I didn't even know how that was mathematically possible. Did I just write my name on the test and walk out? I turned it all around, but baby, it took time. Just like losing over 100 pounds in my early 20s took time. Just like getting married at 38 took time. Just like having my baby at 40 took time. Just like getting the sense of who I was and standing on business took time. I take turtle mode very seriously. No Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. So when I tell you I understand feeling behind, I don't mean theoretically. I mean from lived experience.
Dr. Nina, the girl next door, beautiful brown baby doll.
If you've ever wondered why you're not there yet, if you question your timeline, if you feel like life is outrunning you, this video is for you. And before we dive in, I've been telling y'all YouTube been playing in my face with the reach. So if this already sounds like you can vibe with it, hit the like button. Also comment, I'm here, Nina. It's free, and it helps this message get to the folks who need it. Now, let's talk about the biggest lies we're all taught to believe. So let's talk about the lie we've been sold. There's a psychological scam called the social clock. I know it sounds like a scam, a scheme set up by Todd. Think of it as the dusty checklist that society hands you right before you hit puberty. Graduate by 22, career by 25, married by 30, kids by 35, stability, house, perfection, combo meal. The gag? These rules were written in 1935 when people were living to be 29. 29. And if you were wondering if I was rolling my eyes and shaking my head, hell yeah. So most people wasn't even making it to the kids part, but we're still comparing ourselves to a rule book written before color TVs and before any civil rights. But here's the psych truth. Most timeline anxiety isn't about your life. It's about comparison. We compare first, then think later. You're not behind. You're just following a checklist that expired decades ago. So about that 20s and 30s reality check. If you're in your 20s or 30s, let's keep it real. You're not living in the same world a lot of us grew up in. I'm an older millennial. Y'all are working through the real life Hunger Games. Jobs ghosting people like bad dates. Housing prices doubling in 3 years. Inflation acting like it's on pre-workout. AI taking jobs without even blinking. Companies calling people back into work without a clean plan. Your world is unstable, unpredictable, and constantly shifting. So feeling lost? That's not a failure. That's survival. So psych moment. Your brain doesn't even fully finish developing until around 25. Your 20s and 30s are literally the decades of identity formation. You're not behind, you're still building. My 20s look cute on the outside, but behind the scenes, chaos, confusion, tears, some bad outfits, terrible choices, people, places, and things. And that infamous 0.87 GPA semester in my first year of college. Your 20s and 30s are not for perfection. They're for data collection. And speaking of learning yourself, friends, let me tell you something that changed everything for me. Taking my mental health seriously. The new year brings pressure. New you, big goals. But real growth starts with clarity and not chaos. That's why I'm proud to partner with Growth Therapy for today's video. Growth Therapy works with over 100 insurance plans, including Medicaid in some states. Most sessions cost around $21 with insurance depending on your plan. No subscriptions, you pay per session. You choose the therapist. Filter by identity, gender, faith, specialty. What you need. No blind matching. Book an appointment in as little as 2 days. Nights and weekends are available, either virtual or in person. And I really love that idea because therapy has been immensely important in my life. I've had therapy for almost half my life. Okay, I started in my teens and I always knew how valuable therapy and counseling were. When I couldn't speak with anyone, I could speak with my therapist. I could express myself. I could make sure that I was having those identity formation times and speaking them out loud, not feeling so ashamed of who I was and who I was becoming. And it was a pivotal move in my life. And to this day, I still see my wonderful therapist. So if mental health is a part of your 2026 goals, start here. Scan the QR code here or go to growtherapy.co/Dr. Nina. And thank you to Grow Therapy for sponsoring today's video. So let's talk about the 40s reinvention era. I am currently in that era. The 40s? Woo, child. People treat 40s like an ending when it's actually the remix. Okay. I had Hunter at 40 when a lot of other people my age were done raising babies. Thank God I have a lot of friends that are very similar to me. And can I be honest? I was a little bit afraid. I know. I kept wondering, is this even for me? Is this good for me to do? Is the body still working? Is the factory closed? And that led into even having Hunter and then going through postpartum. I lost over 40 pounds, but it wasn't like losing weight in my 20s. This was soul surging. Back then I could sneeze and burn calories, even though I was going through a major weight loss. In my 40s, I had to negotiate with my metabolism like it was a toddler, and all while throwing a fit myself. My hormones changed, my energy shifted, my priorities got real grown. But here's what I learned. Your body evolves, but your potential, that don't expire. Your 40s give you a boost in crystal clear clarity that you did not have in your 20s. Boundaries you didn't even have in your 30s. And confidence you couldn't have paid for earlier. This is the decade where I stopped performing life and started living it. And even though I was bleeding into that in my late 30s, baby, now it's just a new resting place. I was blessed to build this channel past 1 million subscribers. In my late 30s, I became a full professor. Not full-time, a full professor. The average full professor is 55 years old. I strengthened my marriage. We've been able to go through things that I know have only strengthened us. I learned my body in a new way. I started to trust my own timing. And honestly, right now, I just don't give a... Okay. Y'all know Lil Jon's song, I don't give a... Y'all, I really just don't. Don't have a lot of those to give. Your 40s aren't late. Your 40s are the reintroduction. This is the grown woman glow up era. And just so you know, the average founder is 45 years old. You got time, boo. Let's get into that 50 plus truth, because I feel like a lot of people forget about our sisses. Okay, our grown sisses. And if you're in your 50 plus moment and feeling like you missed the moment, stop. People in their 50s, 60s, and 70s reinvent themselves every day. In psychology, this stage is called generativity. It's when you naturally shift towards purpose, meaning, contribution. Y'all, it's a powerful stage. Real world, people 65 plus are the fastest growing workforce segment. Most second careers start after 50, and not always because they have to. And many people find their happiest relationships later in life. And let's not even get on the great divorce. Some people are picking up and moving on from relationships that no longer serve them. You don't have to stick with something just because it's always been. Let go of what no longer serves you. And I'm not saying that you should just be getting up, throwing everything to the wind, but I'm saying that if something has bogged you down, stressed you out, kept you unhealthy, it's time to make a change. And I don't care how old you are. And I want you to remember this. You're not too old. You're just too wise to waste time. Now that was personal. So what's your action plan before 2026? I got you. I think I just winked. Here's your realistic plan. No overwhelm. No cap, as the kids say. Go ahead and delete the checklist. Delete it. I know I love a good checklist, okay? But not necessarily when it comes to the course of my life. So many different things change. So many situations are not as stable as we want them to be. We got to let it go. Write down those shoulds. I want you to see the shoulds. And then I want you to cross out anything that isn't your own on that list. Number 2, stop consuming and start creating. Scrolling isn't building. Creating is. Number 3, audit that circle. Your environment is louder than your intentions. Let me tell you this. No matter what you want for your life, if the people around you are not supporting you in that, and I'm not talking about rah-rah sis boom buying you. No, everybody don't have to celebrate everything you do. But if they're not pushing you to your potential and yet they're keeping you back with stress, heartache, pain, problems, because those things come, but I'm talking about all the time. And you know what I'm talking about. Let the dust go. Let it flow. Blow it away. Number 4, pick one thing, not 10, one hard-headed. And I want you to go ahead and comment, what's one thing that would make you proud for next December or to have accomplished by next December? Let's share. Number 5, get support. Stop doing life alone. Therapy, community, accountability. Pick one. Number 6, document the journey, but not like Diddy, because I don't know, y'all. It's bad, but you're definitely going to want the receipts later. That's why I pick up the camera even when I didn't like what my body was looking like after giving birth. That's why I pick up the camera and record for you all, because these are memoirs for me. These are memoirs for my baby. Okay, one day I want her to be able to look back at mama and how she's grown and how she too can grow into her own, not into me, but into her own. Do it. Let me tell you this, 2026 won't be your year because everything is going to fall into place and magically be beautiful. It'll be your year because you will stop waiting for permission. And I've been there. I know how many people revere me as someone who's fearless, who's done so much, but that takes being fearful. And I've had to step out on faith. I don't think y'all understand how many times my life has not been perfect at all. And I only get emotional because I want y'all to understand, like, this has not been an easy walk from being adopted to growing up, not always knowing who and what I was and what I wanted to be. Having to develop that and go the slow route to do it can be painful, but god dang it, it's been rewarding. So you are not behind. You're not late. You're not off track. You're on your own timeline, a real one. A human one, a non-scripted one. At 40 with a newborn, I thought I was starting over. And even some people said that, oh, you're going to slow down. Oh, you're not going to be able to do things. I feel like life has been flowing and going. Turns out I was beginning the right and next chapter. And the same can be said for you, friend. If this blessed you, like this video, it's free. Comment one thing that you're going to be focusing on in 2026. And make sure you visit growtherapy.co/Dr. Nina and take care of your mind while you take care of your life. All right, y'all, make sure that you comment, share this video with someone who can use it, and subscribe. I love y'all. See you in the next one. Dr. Nina signing out. Peace.